What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're here at Power Up Dyno Solutions here in Fort Myers, Florida. This is a full-service dyno shop here in town that you can bring your car to do dyno work, some tuning if you need some tuning, and it's a full-service shop, you know, so if you've got some things that you need to do, change some plugs, change a belt, or whatever it is that you need, they could do it here in-house while you're on the dyno. Now, this is a really cool shop. There's a lot to it. And I'm just going to bring you over to the bay. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. And I also want to make mention that my car is here. This shop is going to be doing the service on my car. Right now, it's in here for some, you know, just some generic service. Needs a few things to look at. And it's a really nice shop. And I want to catch up with the owner. I know he's around here somewhere. And here he is. Hey, guys, this is Junior. He's the owner of the shop. What's happening, brother?
What's going on now?
All right, man. So, Junior, tell us a little bit about your operation here.
So we got actually a couple of shops here. I'm the owner of Program Fuel Injection, along with my partner Ray, which is the owner of Power Up Dyno Solutions. We run this shop here together. We do fuel injector cleaning, dyno tuning, dyno rental as well, and we also run a full-service performance shop. So we do focus on performance here, but we do regular maintenance and repairs as well. Whatever you guys need, either shoot us an email or give us a call. Al will give you the information here in the video. We're going to be taking care of Al's car here for a little while. I know he's want to do some stuff, upgrading the tranny and whatnot. So we're going to probably have a couple videos on that stuff for you guys here. We do work on the Coyote platform. We've got an older Mustang here right now, which is the old 2 valves that we're working on. So we do a little bit of everything. LS, we are actually Honda guys personally, so if you've got a Honda, you got anything that you need done with that, come and see us. We'll do some more videos showing you guys the injector cleaning. We'll show you some stuff on the dyno, and we'll show you some stuff in the shop. Al's going to be hanging out with us for a while, so we'll see what we can get into. Right,
and a little bit later today, what this video is all about is we got a couple of BMWs coming into the dyno a little bit later on. These are drifting cars. BMW, what do they call them? E36 chassis?
E36s, yep.
These are the superior chassis, something that's known by the industry. But they're drifting cars, they're not drag cars. So we're going to have them in the dyno a little bit later on today. We're not expecting really big power out of them, but they're capable of making big power because they're, you know, they got turbos on them and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so these are a couple of cars for Drift HQ. It's another good company in town that we work with. We'll show you some stuff on them as well. They're both BMW E36s, which are considered a superior chassis nowadays. One's got a Toyota 2JZ in it. The other one's got the original motor in it. I believe it's an M52. They're both turbo, so we're going to see what we can do with them. We've equipped both of them with Engine Pro ECUs, which are now up and coming in the US. If you want to do a little research on them, they are the #1 competitor when it comes to ECUs in Brazil and South America and stuff like that.
All right.
So we'll go from there. We'll get you guys some good content. You can see these cars make some noise on the dyno.
All right, guys, here we go. We got them on the dyno. 1999 BMW E36, 3-liter super engine, right? It's got a Garrett turbo on it. The engine's actually been built. It's got forged internals in it. We're going to spin it up on the rollers now. We can expect somewhere in the high 4s, maybe 500 horsepower to this little thing. This is a really cool drift car. I'm really excited about this, man. We got this car in the Dyno Jet. Let's do it. All right, guys, well, we have the chance. We're going to turn these fans on to cool this thing down. And here we go. We got the 3-liter super engine in here. We got ourselves a little Garrett turbo here. I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the 60-millimeter range. It's got a nice looking intake manifold on it. This thing's looking pretty bad. We're not really cranking a lot of boost into this thing today, something like 15 pounds. We should put down some respectable numbers with this thing, you know, with this 3-liter 6-cylinder. This thing's looking pretty bad. This is one hot drifting car, guys. Should be interesting to see what she does. All right, we made more power on that pull. That looked like a full pull, 487 horsepower, and we made some torque this time. The dyno wasn't set up to read torque the last time. but this time 421 pound-feet of torque. I tell you, this thing's making pretty good power considering it's only got 15 pounds of boost on it. A little 3-liter 6. These numbers are looking pretty good. And you know, guys, I also want to say this. It's nice to be on a dyno jet because, you know, this is basically the industry standard. Everybody compares their numbers to dyno jet. So we got a dyno jet here tonight, and this is looking pretty good so far. All right, looks like we dropped off on the horsepower, but we made slightly more torque. Probably just from a little bit of heat, but you can see where she builds boost right in here. And she peaks out at just about 6,200 RPM. She's making good power. Actually, this thing is making more power than I thought it would make. Nice work there, Junior. Good. Look at this. We're gonna have ourselves a little feast here. We got some pizza, some Brazilian pizza. Man, that looks good. Chicken wings. What's this? What is that? That looks good. You guys having fun here tonight? What's going on here?
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's look inside. I mean, this is a full drift car. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing street about this. I mean, even though it does run on the street. All right, guys, so she made pretty good power. 487 to the wheels out of this little 3-liter super engine with a small 60mm turbo making 15 pounds of boost. It's actually pretty good. And I should also mention that the car is on the 85. So at this point, these guys are over there. They're in touch with somebody over in Brazil. They're exchanging data. They're going to do some things with the tune. We're going to let the car cool down, and we're going to have at it again because we think that we can make more power. So like I say, we'll let the car cool down, and then we'll have at it again. We did it. This is what we thought we were going to get. Look at this, guys. 560 horsepower, 497 pound-feet of torque. Carried the RPM out a little bit more. And look at those numbers, man. This is not what we expected. We thought that we were going to see, you know, if we were lucky, we'd see 500 horsepower. 560 horsepower. This is amazing. Junior, nice work, man. Did you expect 560 horsepower?
No, we're still trying some things.
All right, maybe we'll keep trying. We'll make a little bit more.
What?
Excellent, guys. You gotta love it. This thing just keeps getting better. Look at this, guys. 609 horsepower and 609 pound-feet of torque. Something went a little funny over here, but still, she spiked. Man, that's a lot of power. You guys step on the boost or something? You guys step up on the boost? All right, so what happened here, guys, is that they revised the strategy to add more boost, only they had it in too narrow of a window, but it kind of peaked a little too soon and cut off a little too soon. I'm also told now that they added boost. This is like 25 pounds of boost at this point. That would explain the 609 horsepower and all the torque. Actually, the 560 horsepower was not 15 pounds of boost. That was about 20 pounds of boost. And basically what they did was, like I say, they're talking to a guy in Brazil. They revised the strategy. They just have to change the boost curve to get that to flatten out. Because this is not a drag car, this is a drift car. And basically it commanded the boost controller here to add boost. And they're just gonna have to flatten this out a little bit. They're trying to make more power, but it's just coming on a little too early. But still, you can see the potential of this engine making 600 horsepower. I'm told that you know, we might see upwards of 700 horsepower, maybe not tonight, but at some point when we ramp in the boost the way we want to, we can see this thing carry 700 horsepower at about 6,000, 6,500 RPM. But it's looking pretty good for tonight. We're gonna do some more pulls, see if we can flatten this curve out a little bit because she's coming on a little too soon, a little too strong. All right, guys, so she made 609 horsepower and 609 pound-feet of torque. That's not exactly what we expected to get here tonight, but this dyno session is going well. The tuners see it, they like the logs, they like the fueling, they like everything that they see. So they're adding boost to see how much power they can get. That last pull, that 609 horsepower, it just came on too soon and dropped off a little too fast. The window was a little too narrow in the strategy, so they're gonna let it cool down and they're gonna change the strategy and try to get that power curve to ramp in the way they want it, because this is not a drag car, this is a drift car. So we're gonna let it cool down, we're gonna change the strategy, we're gonna do some more pulls, and we'll see what kind of results we get. All right, here we go. We're looking at a nice, smooth power curve. Look at that, guys. 535 horsepower and just about 500 pound-feet of torque. You can see the light green numbers. Looking pretty stout right there. Need to get in there, bud? Okay, they're getting at it. I mean, this is roughly about 20 pounds of boost, maybe a little bit less. Just making smooth power, and that's what they need for a drifting car. All right, guys, we're here with Junior. What's happening, Junior?
What's going on, guys?
All right, so Junior's going to explain to us where we ended up tonight.
So this is where we left the car for tonight based on the fuel that we have in the car. We left the car at 535 with right about 500 torque. As you can see in the graph here, we ramped the boost up as quick as we can with our strategy in the ECU,
Right.
and then kind of tapered it off at the end. It's not a drag car, so we're not interested in the high RPM stuff. We're really living in this big fat spot right here.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that spike at 609 horsepower and 609 pound-feet of torque is definitely what we don't want in this car.
Eventually the car will see that kind of power again. This car's made over 700 before, but for what we need to do this weekend, this is more than enough power.
All right, good. All right, so we're going to bring another car in the dyno now, guys. Hey, this thing's looking pretty bad, man.
This thing's been sitting for like 8 months now.
Check it out. What do we have here?
Well, previously blown up car, had the guys put in a stock motor.
So this is stock BMW motor.
Yeah, completely stock motor, unopened or anything, just to get through this event.
Right,
So
okay.
if it blows up in this event, no hard feelings. Yeah,
Conseguiu?
sí, era para vanos, estaba conectado.
Está bien equivocado.
Yeah.
Porque tiene muchos sensores
Sí,
acá.
pero lo único que nos sirve ahora
CX
es,
Racing. Had a hard time making that out.
La presión
Ah, ¿De combustible?
fuel,
Sí.
No,
No está funcionando.
Yo creo que eso sí, tal vez puede
This
ser
car's
eso.
looking pretty nasty, man.
La flashlight.
Look at this. Racing seats hit, man. This thing is clean. Nice wing. Okay, so what we have here is another BMW E36 Superior chassis. This BMW is a little bit older than the other one. This is a 1995 model. Another drift car, right? This is what these people specialize in, drift cars. And we do not have super motor in this one. This is a BMW motor, told that it's basically stock 2.8 liter, 6-cylinder BMW motor. And she's got a little turbo on it, probably about 60 millimeter, maybe a little less. We don't really know how much power we're gonna get out of this. I'm gonna say maybe 400 to the wheels. But this is a drift car, and we're gonna get together with the owner who builds these cars. You see, it's the same color as the other one. This is their MO, this is what they do. They're into drifting. I'll get you a look inside the car. Race seats, pretty clean, you know. Injector Pro, ECU, not really much to it. It's a full cage car, lightened up. These babies are made for drifting, man. Should be interesting to see what she does on the rollers. Dude.
I'm trying to make sure it's shut. It's really good. It's not a lot. It's usually a lot tighter than that.
All right, so this is an example of what happens when things don't go well. This car here with the stock engine and about 10 pounds of boost with the 60 millimeter turbo makes about 400 to the rear wheels, but something happened, sprung a leak in the radiator and lost a lot of fluid. So we're gonna have to try to figure out what to do with this. Maybe we'll put something in the fluid to try to seal that leak. I really don't know, but it really is too bad. Hopefully we can get some more dyno pulls with this thing because it's capable of making some pretty decent power. It's not like the other one, but you know, this is the way things go sometimes. You finally get the car in the dyno and something goes wrong. But let's see what we can do. Maybe we can figure a way to solve that problem, or we can do some more pulls. Okay, so let's take a look at these passes. You can see the best pass was the blue line, the second pass, 488 horsepower and 536 pound-feet of torque. Roughly about 10 pounds of boost. You can see the blue curves. Actually, it looks pretty stout for this machine. Some problems. Last pass wasn't, last pull wasn't so great, but yeah, you can see this thing's making some decent power. The first pull, dyno wasn't calibrated, so the torque was way off, but yeah, the guy's 488 horsepower and 536 pound-feet of torque. Standard correction factor, smoothing 5.
Yeah,
Not a bad looking little ride here.
We're going down on boost.
Nice car.
Down on power and down on boost.
Well, there you have it, guys. Two BMW E36s on the dyno. These cars are commonly known as the superior chassis cars. They got a really good weight distribution, and they're very popular for drifting. These cars, you can see, they're capable of making a lot of power, but a lot of power is really not what you want in a drifting car. something new for the channel. Haven't featured anything like this. Pretty cool. I think it was worth putting it up. And it was also nice to be on a dyno jet, because the dyno jet is actually the standard that everybody pretty much measures everything by. The cars were cool. The 3-liter actually did pretty well, 609 horsepower, but really they tuned it to roughly a little bit over 500 horse to the wheels. This is what they want for drifting. Dyno session worked out pretty good. The tuning was great, and it was really cool to see that one guy going back and forth with the remote tuner over at Brazil. So anyway, guys, we're gonna have a lot more content coming out of the shop. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.